Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Land Cruiser First Edition in the color Trail Dust. Let's take a look. Starting up front here underneath the hood, we have the gas component of the hybrid energy system. It is a turbocharged i4 Max 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 326 horsepower, 465 pound-foot of torque, and towing capacity up to 6,000 pounds. Up front here, you've got your LED headlights, customary daytime running lights, and then down below, you'll see that we have these yellow-green colored fog lights. This color can be changed to go back to the normal white color, but we'll look at the button that does that function when we get up front. Looking across the front bumper, you'll find these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors, and right up front in the middle there is your front-facing camera. Along to the side here, we've got 18-inch black alloy wheels. Side mirrors have integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and then additional cameras on the side to contribute to the surround view camera effect. On both of your front handles, you'll notice this little dimple. Talk about him more on your driver's side. Then if you look down, we have the rock rails installed here, and up top we have the first edition exclusive roof rack there as well. And on the back, once again, another exclusive is the first edition mud flaps. All of the rear windows come with factory tinting. Approaching the back, much like at the front, you've got backup parking sensors going the whole way across. Your spare is mounted on the bottom. On the right-hand side, you have the i4 Max badge. Left-hand side is the Land Cruiser badge. Then you'll notice on the bottom left corner of your rear windshield, you have this little button. Give this guy a press. You'll find your rear windshield pops out a bit, and then use the handle underneath the rear windshield wiper to lift up that panel. Now you have quick, easy access into your rear storage space. And you can also use this little function in case you have cargo and you have to go a short ways and you don't quite have enough room for it. You can open this up to give yourself a little bit of extra wiggle room. Then to close it up, just reach back upwards towards it. Do be careful, but be firm. Close it all the way. Make sure it's not going to open back up again, because if it is left still partially open, you won't be able to lift the power lift gate. So to do that, you just reach in between the Y and the O, press the button, and automatically it should raise up for you. Inside, your second row seating has a 60-40 split on the left-hand side, which allows each side of the seats to function independently. If you're looking to lay the seats down flat to extend the cargo space forward into the cab, you can do so by releasing the handles on the backs of the seats, or there are additional handles on the inside of the seat itself. We'll look at that when we get up front there. All the way across the back of the second row seat and across the dedicated floor space here, we have the Land Cruiser branded rubber mat liner. This guy has two functions. First off, it helps protect your vehicle from damage from your cargo and also protects your cargo from damage from the vehicle. Secondly, it helps you keep your vehicle nice and clean and tidy. It is much easier to remove and clean any dirt or debris off of this versus that typical clingy carpeted interior you find in the back of most units. We also have something that comes with the Land Cruiser that goes straight across the back. You can watch our other video of the Land Cruiser First Edition to get a look at it. It locks into place on your little cargo hooks, which you have 4 of all throughout the back here, but it attaches to the 2 rear ones, stretches across the back. This has the function of also protecting it from any dirt or debris, but additionally helps protect this little piece here so that when you have any heavy objects that are sliding in and out of your rear space, you're not digging it up. And also with the door opening and closing, you're not worried about it rubbing away on the vehicle itself. Inside, we have tons of storage space. You even have some additional cup holder spaces as well as charger ports in the back here. On the right-hand side, you have a 12-volt adapter. Then on the left-hand side, you'll notice that there are a couple of false wall panels. The top one is where you'll find your toolkit for your spare tire. Down below, this is where you're able to access your battery. There's also quite a lot of different compartments. Each one of these is removable. It gives you access to a different storage space down below, and there's lots of different ways to utilize that. We also have videos covering the battery space itself if you want to look that up on our channel. To close it up back here, you have a handle on the left-hand side, or you can press one of the 2 buttons on the left. One closes and locks all at once, and the other one simply closes it. Next, let's take a look at the inside. So inside here, your interior upholstery is the black SofTex leatherette. It has this light gray stitching for a little bit of contrast. On the side of the seat here, we also have some instructions showing you the different ways that you can fold your seats. This is accomplished using this little handle trigger on the right-hand side. So you can lift this upward, and then your seat is able to fold up. Gives you plenty of access to space, both reaching all the way into the cargo, as well as the seat itself. You can also lay it down simply flat if you want to have simply that lay across space. Further inside, you have access to the folding down armrests / cup holders. Of course, as you can see, it can be folded away as well to increase seating capacity. Looking forward, on the back of both your front passenger and front driver seats, you do have pouch storage. Back of the console, you have your third air conditioning control panel. So this allows your second row seat occupants to control the temperature, mode, and fan speed for their rear air conditioning. This can be controlled also from up front, and we'll look at that when we get up there. You've got your charger options down below, and currently we have the Land Cruiser rubber mats installed in this unit, although no units come with both rubber and carpeted sets. Inside your door, you have your storage spaces. Power window here, you have one of the JBL speakers, you have that premium speaker sound system all throughout the unit, and then you also have this first edition emblem in the siding. Now back again to this little dimple. This guy indicates keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand here or here to lock or unlock the unit. Inside the driver's door, right underneath the handle, you have your memory seat settings. Then you've got your power windows for front and back. You've got your window lock, power lock system, and side mirror controls. On the left corner here, this actually allows you to fold your mirror in flat with the body of your unit, so you can do this manually with this button right here anytime you so please. Now, looking down below, of course, you have memory seat settings here, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. There is also some underknee adjustment you can use with this little manual button down below. Hood release latch on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. On top of that, controls for your trailer brake. Then you have your AC 120 volt, your power trunk release, gas release. This is the control for the lighting of the fog lights. So as you can see, it is currently set to orange, which is for the yellow lighting. But if you press the button, it turns white. So when we finish up the video and I walk around it for the last time, you can take a look and see the fog lights have gone white now. Then you have your dash brightness, rear parking sensors, and automatic headlamps. We also have the power tilt and telescopic steering wheel inside this unit. Hop in here and we'll take a closer look at the steering wheel. So, black leather, black stitching. Then on here, left-hand side, this is the controls for your dash display. Then you have your hands-free communication and the volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls in the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, which includes both sonar and lane departure. On top of the dash, you'll find this little cutout here. While we don't have it turned on, this is actually for your heads-up display. This helps to display some important metrics up into your roadway view so that you don't have to take your eyes on and off the road to do so. The main one for this typically is the speedometer. It's one of those features you may not realize that you need it until you have it, and then it's really hard to give up. Then, in the middle is your infotainment display screen. Nice big screen, you don't have to be worried about squinting in order to see what's going on here. Up top, you're looking at your optional navigation. You can choose to connect that through Toyota Connected Services. Under that is your audio listening, AM, FM satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you've got optional USB adapters all throughout the unit. Then you have your phone connectivity. This is for connecting your device to the vehicle via Bluetooth. Again, we have videos explaining how to go about doing so. Got a couple things in here. One of them is the off-road information. So if you take this vehicle off-road, it has a couple of different leveling measurements, and it's a really interesting thing to keep an eye on if you're going for some terrain driving. Then you've got your trip information and then climate display. So you have it for the front, rear, and then additional options for the Eco Heat Cool and the rear de-icer. And at the bottom is all of your various settings. So everything from personal profile, Bluetooth, audio, voice display, sound search, dealer info, app security, etc. Volume controls on the left to straight to the left of the screen rather there. Underneath, you have your push start ignition and your tow haul mode. In the middle, you have your four ways and climate control center. We do have dual climate control up front here, so that means that the driver and front passenger can have their own unique temperature settings, or if you turn on the sync, both sides will then work together in unison. You also have the controls here for your rear section, so you can choose all sorts of different syncing programs, whether you want to have all three sections synced up together, have everybody independent, it's up to you. Allows everybody to be comfortable at all times. Then you have heated steering wheel control, and on either side we have three variant levels for both cooled and heated seats, blue for the cool and red for the heat. Underneath this, you have your surround view cameras. So if you reach in and give this a press, you'll find that your surround view camera gives this full look of the vehicle. Keep in mind I do have the front driver's door open right now, so some of the imaging is a little bit discombobulated there, but you can also change the perspective from which you're looking to get higher or lower, and you can also pause it at any point in time to take a closer look at what's going on around you. There's further customizing to this in the bottom left-hand corner, and to get rid of this display, you can either press that same button again or just press the X in the top left corner. Underneath that is where you have all of your charger options, including having a wireless charging pad down below here, compatible with all wireless charging devices. Nice thing, it has this little built-in tray system, which means that your phone's not going to go sliding out of there once you're actually out bumping around on the road. You never have to worry about making sure you have phone charging cords in your vehicle with you, and you still have a clear line of sight to it for any notifications coming in and out. Next to that, there is still other additional storage space there. Then you have all of your driving mode selects, your MTS downhill/crawl. You have your gear shift here, parking brakes. Then in the back, you have your traction control, you have your stability bar, diff locks, 2-wheel 4-high and 4-low control, cup holders here, and then in the back is your console space. Nice deep storage space for you to keep all of your necessities. Down below on the right-hand side, you have a lockable glove box. Up overhead on your rearview mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots there. Those guys are your garage door openers. Right now, of course, you have a normal reflective rearview mirror, but if you flip the switch, it will instead turn to a rear view out of the back windshield. So actually, when you pop open that rear panel of the glass of the rear windshield, with that little button we saw in the left-hand corner, there is a camera that becomes visible at that time. That's the camera that's being utilized for this. So the nice thing for this is if you have anything inside your cab space here, be it people, passengers, cargo that is maybe being distracting or blocking your view, making it hard to keep an eye on traffic, you don't have to worry about that. Flip the switch and you can circumvent that problem entirely. Lastly, up top here, you have your SOS button, overhead lighting controls, and of course you got the controls there for your moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Land Cruiser First Edition in the color Trail Dust. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Ottawa Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.